Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining me again for day 10 of our Grace campaign. Wow, we are really gaining momentum. And I'm so happy for the feedback that I'm getting from this campaign and from the release of my book. So, the Grace campaign is based on my latest book, Mama Grace, which was released a few weeks ago. And the book is already beginning to make waves among people. So if you've not read this book or you don't have a copy of it yet, I want to encourage you to grab a copy right now. You can visit amazon.com, amazon.co.uk, or any Amazon website that's operational in your country, and you can get a paperback just like the one I have in my hand right now, or you can download a Kindle version to your electronic device, and you can begin to enjoy it. And the good thing about the Kindle version is that some devices have the ability to read it out to you. So if you are always on the move and you don't have the time, you can get the Kindle version and play it while you are driving or while you are in motion. And if you live in Africa, you can also get it on Okada Books. So if you go to okadabooks.com and you search for the book, Mama Grace, Understanding and Living Out the Grace of God, you will get a copy of the book there. So I want to encourage you, grab a copy for yourself and begin to understand and live out the grace of God in your own life. So this week, I've been talking about growing in grace. And the quote, which I got from the book, which I love so much, says that there is a place where grace is released and there is a disposition that attracts grace. And in the book, I talk about 5 different ways that grace can increase in your life. Yesterday, I talked just about one, which is humility. I'm not going to have the time to talk about the other 5. So just get a copy of the book and read it there, because I believe you want to grow in grace. You want grace to increase in your life. So today, I'm just going to tell us briefly what happens when you grow in grace. What happens where you grow in grace? I'm just going to give us 3 quick things that happens when you grow in grace. And to read more and understand them more, you need to get a copy of the book to read that. The first thing that happens when you grow in grace is that you grow in the character of God. You become more like God. Remember, I said that grace is the nature of God. Maybe I didn't say that, but that is in the book. So grace is the nature of God. So when you grow in grace, you begin to become more like God. You begin to become more compassionate. You begin to become more humble. You begin to become more loving. People begin to want to stay around you because of the grace of God that is operational in your life. So when you grow in grace, you become a wonderful person. You are that person that now attracts people instead of repelling people. You are that people that now that people want to listen to. They want you to have you around them because they know that you carry grace. Then another thing that happens when you grow in grace is that favor increases in your life. Favor increases in your life when you grow in grace. In the book of 1 Samuel, the Bible talks of the boy Samuel, that he continued to grow in stature and in favor with the Lord and with the people. One of the things that happen when you grow in grace is that you grow in favor with God and you grow in favor with people around you. People just want to bless you for no reason. People just want to be a blessing to you because of the grace of God that has so much grown in your life. And I've experienced this. It's a good thing to grow in grace. It's a beautiful thing to grow in grace. And that is why I want to challenge you that begin to desire to grow in grace. Don't just be satisfied with the level of grace that is operational in your life right now, because it can increase. If grace can increase, why are you satisfied with the level that you have right now? So I challenge you, begin to go out to grow in grace. And then when you grow in grace, your performance also improves. Your capability increases because grace, remember I told you that grace is divine enablement. So when grace begins to grow in your life, you grow in your ability to do more things. Your performance at work, your performance in everything that you do begin to get better because of the grace of God that is upon your life. So I'm just sharing bits and nuggets from this book, Mama Grace, Understanding and Living Out the Grace of God. I can't share everything with you. I don't even have the time to share everything with you. But you need to get this book so that you can read it for yourself. And just like me, even though I'm the author of this book, I'm reading this and I'm underlining it. And that is why I like the paper version. Because when I have a paper book, I have this physical book in my hand. I love it. I'm old school. So I love to read. I love to underline. I still love to write in it. So get a copy for yourself so that you can begin to understand and live out the grace of God. And above all, begin to also grow in the grace of God that is operational in your life. If this video has blessed you, share it with your network. Invite other people to come and also enjoy the grace of God, and buy copies of this book and give it as gifts to people so that they also can understand and grow in the grace of God. So that is day 10 of our grace campaign today. And I'll be with you again tomorrow for another session of the grace campaign. Until then, just stay blessed and continue to grow